I'm sure many of you can think of at least one person that you know of that isn't living their life with God. It can be hard to watch someone refuse to believe or struggle in that way. I find it even more challenging when it's family. Some of the most impactful discipleship can happen within your circle of people that you know and are close to. I love the parable of the lost sheep. Jesus says in Matthew 18:12 through 13, "If a man owns 100 sheep and one of them wanders away, will he not leave the 99 on the hills and go look for that one that wandered off? And if he finds it, he is happier about that one sheep than about the 99 that did not wander off." It's just a beautiful reminder that he will always go after the one that strayed because he wants us to be near to him. I'm convinced that one of the most important ways we can pray is when we pray for those that don't know the Lord. So what do we do? How do we pray for those lost sheep? The first way is to ask God to draw them near to Jesus. Pray for people you know that need him by name, that they may have a relationship with him. Have you ever randomly had a name pop into your head? That could be a nudge from the Spirit that you should pray for that person. Listen to that nudge. The second way we can pray for the lost is to pray against whatever is in their mind, keeping them from God. The reality is that we are surrounded by spiritual warfare. The enemy doesn't want them to have a relationship with God. Pray that that barrier would be broken. The third way is to pray for their personal relationship with God. Church can be a great tool and resource to deepen a person's faith, but that is not where it ends. Pray that each person would form a personal relationship with God. That means that they are seeking out that relationship with him on their own. The fourth way we can pray for the lost is by praying for believers to cross their path. God can use others to spread his message. Being sensitive to others' spiritual needs does not mean preaching or quoting scriptures. It means showing kindness, patience, and a willingness to help without anything in return. Remember, you could be the only Bible someone ever reads. The last way that we can pray for the lost is to pray for the spirit of wisdom and revelation. Pray that they would understand the information that they are hearing and seeking out. So remember to pray for the lost sheep daily. Nothing we do can draw another person to God like prayer. Incorporating our prayers for the lost into our regular prayer practice keeps them on our minds and our hearts. In the book Pray First, Chris Hodges quotes A.W. Pink and says, "The measure of our love for others can largely be determined by the frequency and earnestness of our prayers for them." Keep praying.